Well, good morning. It's a beautiful sunny day. I'm just finished my flu time, but I'm coughing. Then I hope that it won't disturb the video. I'm back at the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. You know that it's a magnet for me. You know that every time that I'm taking a video, and I took million videos of it, it's different. Now it's Sunday. It's Resurrection Day of Jesus. Let's listen a little bit to the Greek Orthodox chanting in Arabic through the windows of the church. I'm not sure that I will be able to enter to the chapel now. It's a beautiful chapel with beautiful icons. Some of them are very old. You must remember that church was burned down in 1808, and then most of the art in it is from 1808 and up. According to the Greek Orthodox, that's where Mary Magdalene met Jesus on Sunday. Before the Greek Orthodox Church, it used to be a Crusader area, and now we are at the entrance of the church. I'm dedicating that video to everyone who are watching that video, and if it's your first time, please subscribe to my channel. But I'm adding something special. That is beautiful cross dedicated to Luma. I think it's a surprise for you, and the story of Luma, soon you will know it, but I want you to understand that it was a present from Joseph, and that makes me happy because he didn't think about himself, he thought about Luma. Let's enter the church. This is the Crusader entrance. There were three entrances. That one, that one, and straight to the Golgotha through here. The only problem is that when the church was occupied by the Muslims at the time of Salah ad-Din, they blocked those two entrances, that one and that one. Then the only entrance to the church is from here, which is not so safe if you ask me. They are renovating the church, and some of you already mentioned that they know, they actually follow those videos and they know exactly which part is taking care now, and you can see that that used to be the entrance to the tomb, but sadly we cannot enter through there. So they are renovating it. Then we will go through here, but not before we're going to climb up to the Golgotha, the crucifixion place. I'm sure that Luma is now so surprised to see it. Only good health, Luma. This is a busy day in the church. Through the war between Israel and the horrible terrorist organization of Lebanon and Gaza. Actually, Iran. Then you can see here the Catholic part and the Greek Orthodox part. Guys, this is where they nailed Jesus to the cross. This is part of the part of the Catholic part of the Catholic part. It's part of the. All right, let's start with that. That church is divided to so many churches. That part belongs to the Catholic. That part belongs to the Greek Orthodox. You can see the difference between that floor to that floor, and there's kind of a barrier right here. And if the Greek Orthodox want to hide that part from us, you can see the curtain. Then, according to the Catholic, this is where they nailed Jesus to the cross. And Luma, if Joseph decided to dedicate that cross to you, it means a lot of you. Then you are a woman of Christ. You can see here Mary Magdalene and the mother, but if you're talking about women power, look to the right. First of all, you can see that it's outside the church, but beside John, the disciple, you can see so many women, and Luma, you are part of it. Let's do that according to the story. Then after he was nailed to the cross, he was taken to the crucifixion place. And this is the exact spot of the crucifixion. I'm now touching the bedrock and spreading the energy on your cross. Because there are so many people here standing in the line, I could be here for more than 10 seconds. To the right, you can see John the disciple. To the left, the mother. In between, Jesus on the cross. Jesus represents the sun, but next to it, there are two motifs. That's one. And that's another one. Another important thing is the crucifixion, the Golgotha, the bedrock. Then let's just bless it. The Golgotha is covered with a glass because I like to take some evidence from here. I'm kidding, but I will, if I could. Above Jesus, you can see a sin list. Jesus from Nazareth, King of the Jews. Then we are living now the Greek Orthodox chapel, which is so beautiful. Then, here, they strip him from his clothes. Remember the chapel that I told you that it's another entrance? It was blocked by Saladin, and it's not a window, it's a door. If we will take the cabin away out, we can open the door, but it's from the Muslim time, it's actually closed. And later on, stripped him nailing to the cross, we saw the crucifixion and the beautiful Ethiopian woman standing next to Mary's statue, one of two Catholic statues in that church, and she is with a spear in her heart. That represents the Pietà. When the Holy Family came to Jerusalem for the first time, it was the presentation at the temple ceremony. This is a Jewish ceremony until today, when you do have the firstborn son, Luma, you are taking him to the temple and donating something for sacrifice. The Bible told us what to donate. If you are rich, 1 shekel, it's enough. If you are a middle class, 1 shekel, a dove and a goat, it's more than enough. But if you are a poor family, 2 doves is more than enough, and that's what the Holy Family donated to the temple. Now, if you visit Nazareth with me, you saw how poor Nazareth used to be at the time of Jesus. Then let's bless the cross. I can look at Mother Sutter for so long. Now guys, I know that there are differences between Christians, Evangelists, Catholic, Greek Orthodox. For me, Mary is the mother of God. Mary is the mother of Jesus. For some, it's Mary, the mother of God. Well, sadly, I don't have any more Jewish mother, but I had a Jewish mother. And the connection between a son to his mother, I'm almost sure that almost in every place in the world is so strong. Then if I wanted to convince my father, usually I did it through my mother, then I can relay to the Catholic, relay to the Greek Orthodox in that matter. And if we're talking about relaying, well, welcome to Mount Moriah. That is where Abraham almost sacrificed Isaac. Today, it's the site of the Jewish temple. Today, it's actually the site of Al-Aqsa. But what is the connection between me, Isaac, this is my real name, to Jesus? Jesus came to complete that mission. Look at the lamp. This is Jesus according to the book of John. It's a beautiful mosaic that starts from the beginning from the book of Genesis through all the evidence of the future existence of Jesus. In the Greek Orthodox part, it's all about icons from the Holy Week. And to show you that the sacrifice of Isaac was moved to here, according not only the Catholic, the Greek Orthodox, that is the chapel of it. Now let's go down from the Golgotha, from the Calvary. And of course I want to know what's happening there, but as you can see it's so difficult to see. Let me climb. Cannot see a lot from there. We didn't talk about Luma. Let's do that. Again, sorry, it was so important for me to be here. I wasn't in Jerusalem for the last week because of the flu that I had, and because it was a dangerous time to visit Israel. It's a dangerous time to visit Israel now as well. But I decided not to do that. Look at that stone. And look at that stone. Before we will talk about the stone, you can see the crucifixion place outside the city. That church wasn't exist at the time of Jesus. It was built 400 years later, actually 300 years later. But after he died, they bury him according to the Jewish tradition. And the Jewish tradition forces you to bury the dead at the same day. Now, you know that my mother was a Jewish woman. Then in that case, when she died, she was buried at the same day. And the day ends at sunset, then before sunset. And then they purify the body, they put a shroud around her, and they bury her without a casket, without a coffin, just like Jesus was buried. Joseph of Arimathea begged Pontius Pilate and got the body of Jesus at the same day and buried him at the same day before the holiday began. And what you can see here is that they already anointed the body as quick as they could. Joseph of Arimathea is here, Nicodemus, John the disciple, and women, and one of them was Luma. And this is the stone according to tradition. And that was Joseph Palma wrote me. Please dedicate my Catholic cross to Luma. This will be a special gift for her. She is having a hip surgery soon to repair damage when she was ran over by a car a few years ago and crushed her leg. Oh, Luma, I'm with you now. She is the widow of my wife's late brother who died 3 years ago. I'm so sad to hear it, Luma. She is very special and devoted her time caring for sick and dying people, spreading the love of Jesus Christ. Can we ask for more? Can we ask for more? We are very excited to give this cross to Luma and share our video with her. Guys, I'm so proud of you, Joseph. And you said we, then I'm sure that it's more than Joseph, but he didn't give me the name of the other part. Then let's make it a mission for us. Let's, if it's okay with you, let's write a comment for Luma and bless her. Can you do that? Thank you very much. I'm sure that now when she knows it, she will read all the comments. We reached the Catholic part, but we are doing the tour according to all right, soon I can hear them. The Armenian is starting their Sunday. Sunday service, Sunday liturgy. Look at the beautiful hats of them. And we are next to the tomb of Jesus. The tomb used to be a cave, but it been destroyed so many times. Then at the 19th century they built that structure. Can you hear the bells? Later on, Luma, I will enter to the tomb. I'm going to be here all day. Anyhow, I cannot take a video of it inside the tomb. They won't let me. Listen to the bird voice. I can cry. Oh, that's studying there. The tomb is divided into two. Can you see the two windows here? This is the chapel of the angels who took care that no one will steal the body of Christ. You may see light of a candle there. Yes, you can. The other part is the tomb itself. I'm not going to be there. The tomb belongs to the Greek Orthodox, but the Armenian are part of their church. Then they have rites as well. For example, now on Sunday, their liturgy, the divine liturgy, will be in front of the tomb of Jesus. In between, you can see two more chapels, the Egyptian and the Syrianic church, the Syrian. I cannot enter now to the Syrianic church, but I can try to show you a little bit from the outside. The beauty of that prayer is that they are praying in Aramaic, the language of Jesus. Let's make a round tour around there. This is another chapel of the Armenians, and that's where the women of Jerusalem saw the crucifixion, which was there. You cannot see it because this is the other part of the renovation. But for me, it's so important to bless the cross through the holy fire. The head of the priest looks like, it's not looks like, it's actually a copy or a reminder of Ararat mountain, which used to be in Armenia for so many years. ما شاء الله.
انت معاك اقول لك على حاجه.
I love people. I'm so sorry that from time to time you can actually, I'm expressing myself with not the hate, with the horrible thinking that that I have about the enemies of Israel. But it's so difficult for me to forgive terrorists, any kind of terrorist. Done. This is the Catholic area, and you can see that they are still renovating the floor. Right here, you can see I call it the 15th station of the Via Dolorosa. It's not exist, my dear, but it's the place that Mary Magdalene met Jesus on Sunday, according to the Catholic. We saw the Greek Orthodox option, and now we can see the Catholic option. And those are the stones that they actually took from the floor. Some of them are very ancient, some of them less, and they will bring it back after they will, I don't know what they're going to do with it. But for me, it's always such an important thing. Because the energy is so strong here. Look at the beautiful organ of the Catholic. Now, you know me. I'm trying to tell each one of you, if you believe in Jesus, then you are a Christian. For me, I wish that there will be one way of belief, but there isn't like that. Then the only way for us to accept, the only way for me to accept is that there are different ways to express your love to Jesus. And if we will accept it and not fight against each other, I think we will find a better word. Then according to the Greek Orthodox, this is prison, and that's between reaching the Golgotha until the crucifixion. You can see the holes for the two legs, just like the image. And note, wishes things. Luma, I wish you a very easy surgery. And I wish that you will have so many years to help so many others. I'm so proud of you, and I'm so proud of Joseph and his companion that bought it for you. There are few chapels for us left to visit. Then, until we will reach the next chapel, I will ask you to subscribe to my channel. Now, you are, if you want to have your own cross, different crosses, different options, not only crosses, enter to buy me a coffee link at the description, the text of beneath the video. And if you won't find it, send me a message via YouTube and I will send you the link. Look for the link of Buy Me a Coffee, and then you will be able to have your own cross. You will have one of Jerusalem sites video that I will upload to YouTube, and of course I'm going to send it to Joseph and he will give it to Luma. Now let's go to the lowest part of the church. The lowest part of the church actually tells us the oldest story of the church, because that church was built on so many layers. It's like a church, a place on top of a place on top of a place, a church on top of a church on top of a church. The first part is the Armenian chapel. Another Armenian chapel, yes, of course. But what you can see here are 9 cities that some of them been destroyed by the genocide of the Ottomans, Turkish of today, the Armenian in 1915. 1.5 million of them were murdered by Turkey. There's no, for me, it's so obvious that Turkey of today will be part of, they will accept the terror organization of Lebanon and Palestine, Gaza. Obvious that they will do that. The Armenians were the first Christians converted to Christianity in 301 as a nation. But we are heading to the lowest place in the church, and that's where St. Helen found the 3 crosses. One of them was the true cross, but that place was outside the city, and one of the reasons to understand it is that used to be a quarry. A quarry is usually outside the city. There's no reason to have a quarry inside the city. Think about the pollution. Think about real estate. Then it was held by King Herod, and after he died, he left that place. Then part of it became to be crucifixion place owned by the Romans who controlled the city after Herod's time, and part of it was turned into tombs area. The tomb of Jesus here is not the only tomb. There are a few more tombs here, but according to tradition, that was the place that St. Helen found the 3 crosses. And when the true cross touched an old man that was sick or a woman that died, according to different traditions, you know exactly what's happened to them. Then Luma, that's what you are doing. You are helping people who are suffering, and this is so important. In between, it used to be a water system, because there's no water in Jerusalem, and the beauty of it, remember I told you about the 2 statues of Catholic here? Then you can see here a statue of St. Helen, the mother of Constantine. It's so amazing. I don't know if you can hear it, I'm not sure that the camera is too sensitive. So sensitive. I can hear the Armenian chanting, and I'm so happy for that. All right, Luma, we have to climb all those stairs up. But we will do that. There's one more chapel to visit, and then we will go a little bit outside to talk about the facade of the church. I wanted to be here to listen to the ceremony a little bit. That's why I entered straight into the church. On the way, I'm not guiding tourists for one year because of the war. Actually, I was guiding 7 days this year. The only income of mine is from you. If you want to support my channel and my family, you can do that in few options. The first option is to subscribe my channel. Very easy. Wait a minute. We are heading. I can hear something special. Let me see if I'm right. I'm not sure. Second option is to send it to all of your friends and tell them to subscribe my channel. The third option, look at the like button. Next to it there's a super thanks button, shape of a heart, and you can help me with that. Another option, at the description, the tags, you will find 2 more links of Buy Me Coffee and PayPal. Everyone who is doing it, I'm blessing his name and putting his name in the in between the westernmost stars. No, thought it's going to be something else, but it's still beautiful. He just entered the tomb of Jesus. Now, what's left for us to visit is a usually unknown chapel and the facade of the church. Then we're going all the way back, and I'm going to show you the one of the options, the 2 options that I saw of the new floor of the church. This time they promised that you won't fall. This is the first option. Second option we won't be able to see now because they are praying there. Now, guys, this is the Golgotha. We've just been above it. This is the lower part of it. Then let's enter to Adam's chapel. Luma, I'm blessing your cross. And before you will ask me how Adam is connecting to that story, then let me tell you that Adam wasn't mentioned in the Bible, but there are so many ancient Greek Orthodox traditions. Then first let's talk about reality. If that is the Golgotha, you can see the creek right here. And when he died, the earth shook, and the blood of tears fell into it, and people were resurrected. Then in that case, according to the Greek Orthodox, One of them, I mean, so many resurrected, but so many well-known people who didn't know that Jesus will arrive, the Messiah will arrive, actually were resurrected by Jesus, like King David, King Solomon, and Adam and Eve. And according to tradition, after that, Adam was buried here. Then in that case, it answered the question of so many people that we looked at each other and said, how can it be? Because the flood was so many years ago before. Now you know. And if we are talking about tombs, those are two tombs of the two kings of the Crusaders, and it been destroyed by the Greek Orthodox that were the enemies of the Crusaders. When the Crusaders came to Israel, to Jerusalem, they killed so many of the Greek Orthodox. Then there's no good connection until today between the story of the Crusaders to the Greek Orthodox. Another example, beneath the floor here, some of the Greek Orthodox, some of the Crusader kings were buried. They renovated it and they dug here as well. Excavation being held here. I don't know what's the answer on what they found there, but I'm sure that they found some of it. If we are talking about Baldwin, I think the fifth, the young one, we have some evidence of his tombstone at the Franciscans museum that they are renovating, and when it will be open, don't worry, I will be there to take a video of it. I've been there a few times, but they asked me not to take a video yet. Now we're going outside. Remember, it's a beautiful day in Jerusalem. And let us talk a little bit about the facade of the church. Now that's the entrance only from the Crusader time. Before the Crusader time, it was a huge church, but it's been destroyed so many times. The facade looks like a little bit like the Golden Gate, and the second part is the second Golgotha. The Armenian called it the second Golgotha. You can see a ladder there. The ladder tells us that something happened there. For so many years, there was almost like a war, if I can say it in a nice way, between the different dominations. Who owns what? In the 19th century, and later on by the British itself, they decided to have kind of a status quo that we are keeping until today. When they signed the status quo, the ladder was there. The story of the ladder tells us about the difficulties, problems between the different dominations. According to one of the stories, the Armenian wanted to clean their windows from the other side, and they took the ladder outside, started to clean it. The Greek Orthodox came to them and said, who told you that your church, that facade of the church belongs to you? The church belongs to the Greek Orthodox, to the Armenian, to the Orthodox, the Catholic. That is a weird story, isn't it? Your churches usually belongs to your belief, your way of belief. But that church belongs to everyone. And this is the beauty of it, remember? Let's share everything. Then, in that case, the ladder is there. They cannot move it. I do have pictures of it from 1859. Oh, amazing. Guys, that was the story of the church via Luma and Joseph. Thank you for being with me, and I hope that you will watch my videos, and I will be more than happy if you will write something, but try to be positive. In this time of the year, and this time of 1 year of war, it's so difficult for me to respond to negative things. Let's try to be positive. But I will try to answer everyone. Then thank you for being with me in this lovely day, a day of resurrection. Bye-bye.